Someone's in there, I think.
Prisoner Chino, you're in the lockup.
It's so yummy.
We found the butt tree. There it is. Quick, run, Chino! Run! Look what I found! G'day, we're in the lovely town of Beechworth and we've got Chino here with us. He's going to help us sniff out all the little doggy things that we can see around Beechworth. A couple of hikes, some old historic buildings and of course the famous Beechworth Bakery. Alright, come and join us as we explore Beechworth. Our first stop is the Shire Hall and Courthouse, which is now the information centre in the historic and cultural precinct. So the original council chambers was also the courthouse. Now the famous bushranger Harry Powers was actually held here 7 times down in these cells down here. You can see down here, and apparently there was a spiral stairway that went up into the actual courthouse, and he was actually known for tutoring a young Ned Kelly back in the early days. Alright, so in this historic precinct there's a lot of old buildings back from that sort of gold rush era. Now obviously the information centre courthouse, but there's also these old lockups and Wardens Office, and there's the old Telegraph Station and the Gold Office. So we're going to go and check those out now. Original telegraph station from 1856.
Thank you.
Welcome to Beechworth Telegraph Station.
Oh, can you say that again?
I said, welcome to Beechworth Telegraph Station, the only working telegraph station in Australia. You still can send a telegram from this telegraph station.
Ah, that's cool.
I remember these phones. We used to have fun with that.
Yeah.
What does that say?
I don't know. Hi?
So I would be 4 dots, pause, 2 dots. I sentence you to jail. Alright, so this then was built as the courthouse, and this served as a courthouse until about almost the 1970s, right? Now this is really interesting. So there were 40 trials in this building connected to the Kelly gang. There you go, 40. Alright, so behind me is the Gold Office, which was built in 1856, and it used to hold 14,000 ounces of gold, which was escorted to Melbourne every 2 weeks. And in the 1880s, it became a police station, and it kept operating until the mid-1990s. Alright, so this is the Chinese Protector's Office, and back in 1855 there was over 4,000 Chinese in this area, and they represented a quarter of the entire population. Of course, that was all to do with mining in the day. And eventually in 1864 the demand for the Chinese Protector ceased, and it was handed, and it became basically a strong room for the Warden, which is the next building over. Alright, so this is the Warden's Office. Now, not warden as in jail, but from a miner's rights point of view. So they would be responsible for miners' rights and business licenses. Now a forestry museum, so it's part of their forest industry.
Locked.
Yeah. I think she's locked. Someone's in there, I think. They're all locked up. No dinner for this guy. Alright, so now we have the police stable. It's amazing, it's really lovely how they've kept all these buildings restored. But this was from 1871. So this is the police Stone Lockup, where they used to hold their prisoners before they went into court. Now this is from 1867. Now in 1958, around that time, they demolished some of it, so you can see there's almost looks like there's a bit missing. Now, interesting enough, the men were on the left side and the women were on the right side. And another interesting fact, Ned Kelly was actually kept here in 1871, and his mother Elaine was kept here in 1878. Who do we have here? Prisoner Chino in the lockup. This is the women's lockup. That's your window there, you can look out. And that's it, and there's your door. That's all you got.
Oh, a couple of bastings.
Bastings, sweet tuna, 112. There you go, from the famous Beechworth Bakery.
Nice?
Yeah. Is it good?
It's so yummy. Basting. Alright, so this is apparently Newtown Bridge and the Newtown waterfall. And the bridge is sort of like the entrance of Beechworth. So apparently it was built in 1854 to 1855. And it was a wooden bridge, but they built it and a brick, but there's no mortar. So I think they're interlocking together.
I feel alive again, driving sun-kissed roads, freedom round the bend. We sing along to the birds and beats of a neon song. Just open your eyes, taking skies deep in blue. On the horizon, we'll find somewhere new. And my heart racing. Show me life in overdrive.
Alright, so the track along Gorge Road, along this section from Newtown Bridge, is closed, but you can still walk it, and you get down and there's a thing called the Rocky Mountain Tunnel. Is that what it's called?
Rocky Mountain Tunnel.
Rocky Mountain Tunnel. So we're going to go and check that out.
You see the silver line shining every day. Life is what you make. Time melts away. Now we're racing.
So apparently this is actually a mine shaft, and it's from the around the 1860s.
Now it's the time. There'll be no sleep tonight. We'll keep singing. Driving to the morning light. Headlight dreaming. See the sounds of paradise. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We'll keep singing.
Alright, so where are we now, Bernadette?
We are about to head down to the Chinese gardens.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's some steps down there.
Let's see them just there. We're going to
We're
head
gonna walk
down.
down.
Chino, are you excited? You excited, Chino? I think Chino's excited. There he is. Alright, let's go. Chino, come here. Alright, so this is the other end of the Rocky Mountain Tunnel. So just behind us, we're going to go and have a look in a sec, but it's Lake Sambell. So what they originally, Lake Sambell was an open cut gold mine, and they needed to cut this tunnel to help drain the waterlogged soil and drain the water away, and come out through this tunnel 800 metres of granite back in the 1870s. Would have been really tough work, and it comes out at the other end, which we showed you just before. So there you go. That's about the 1870s. that's the Chinese gardens. There's not much to it though, it's quite small, but nice. But anyway, we're going to go and have a look at Lake Sambell. We're going to have lunch first probably, and then we're going to do a walk around the lake, which is about 2.5 k's. So for now, let's go have some lunch. Alright, so we are now at Lake Sambell. We're doing the circuit walk, which is about 2.5 k. It's a beautiful day today. Anyway, let's go explore. Apparently this is part of the old gold dig site. It's slowly being eroded. So that was a pretty lovely walk, just over 2k. We are now back at the car and we're going to have a look at our list of things to do. There's something called a butt tree, but it sounds a bit interesting, but we'll see if we can find this butt tree, whatever it is. Alright. Right, yes. I think we found the butt tree. There it is. That's it there. The butt tree. That is amazing. How wide it is. So apparently it's an apple box eucalyptus. I don't know how old it is, but it is. Looks like it's been here for a long time. Wow.
You see the bees?
Yeah, looks like there's a bee's nest there. There you go, how's that?
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. I don't see anything like it. Have a look at those trees over there, the colours.
Beautiful.
It's fantastic.
Oh, that was awesome, the butt tree. But we're going to go and see, we're going to go onto Gorge Road to see the powder magazine.
Yep, there's some. I think there's some other thing. I think there's a lookout and some other things there as well.
Oh, the Cascade Falls.
And the Cascade Falls, and there's some bridge which you're not allowed to go over, but apparently you can still have a look at it. So
yeah,
go there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So that was a nice little drive, but I wouldn't say it's spectacular or anything. It's just a nice little country drive. At the end here is the powder magazine.
Yeah.
So this is where they used to store all the explosives. So it was built in 1860 to store the gunpowder used in the gold mining. Only copper fittings were used, and it was designed so if it did explode, it would explode safely upwards. And it closed in 1918, so it was operational for about 58 years. There you go. So you can go into this little enclosure, but the building itself is closed. And that rod there that you can see, they were lightning rods. Almost looks like a little jail. Yeah. But I guess these walls here on the outside were to help stop the blast if it did explode. Alright, so now we're going to head up to the Cascades, and I think it's called the Spring Creek Bridge. Alright, so this is a bit that is currently closed because you can't get through the bridge, because the bridge, I think it's Spring Creek, is no longer safe. So we're going to walk down to, or up to, the Cascades and the Spring Creek Bridge. Yeah, so this is the end of the road because apparently the bridge is not safe to go on, and these are the Cascades. So I think about that, not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's a nice little Cascades.
Very nice. We've got the walk all the way back. Apparently this is the Powder Magazine Lodge, so I'm presuming that person that was managing or responsible for the Powder Magazine lived here.
quite interesting, but there is nothing, no information or anything on this this little lodge shack thing here. So it'd be good if they put if they had a plaque or something, you could actually tell what it was or what it was used for. But anyway, that's interesting. Go. Bridge Road Breweries. Yep, there we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna have the Wagyu, slow cooked Wagyu brisket. Alright, what have you decided?
I think this fungi pizza sounds
Fungi
interesting.
pizza?
Fungi pizza.
Okay. Cheers. I've got myself a Beechworth Pale Ale. So it's a Beechworth Pale Ale, and it's actually quite nice. Alright, Gino wants my Wagyu brisket. There's your fungi pizza.
It's a lot of pizza. Pass the test.
Good. Wagyu beef. Is that a fungi?
Very nice.
How was that?
It was very nice.
Very nice. That's what's left of it. That's what's left of it. Chino had some too. Okay, Chino. So we've just dropped into Mayday Hills, which has some really lovely gardens and some walks around here. But it's also the site of the original Beechworth Asylum, which was established in 1867, had about 1,200 beds and operated till about 1995. So we'll go around and have a look around the gardens. So that was quite interesting, having a look at the old asylum buildings. They've literally, it appears like they've just left them there and abandoned them there. There's some beautiful gardens around. It's almost a little bit eerie. You know, sort of get that little bit of sort of strange feeling as you're walking around. But certainly well worth having a look around the gardens, especially with these beautiful trees and the walks around. But yes, worth having a look at. Alright, so any trip to Beechworth has to include the Beechworth Gaol, the old Beechworth Gaol as it's called today. Now, it was 1864 when the first prisoners arrived here, and I think some of the famous ones would be Ned Kelly in 1870, I think it was. He was only 16 years old and he spent his first sentence in here. And then I think in the mid-1870s, there was about 20 of the Kelly sympathisers were also locked up in here. In more recent times, Carl Williams was locked up in here. The prison actually closed in December 2004. It was originally sold to developers because it had it was heritage listed. The developers realised they couldn't really do much with it, so they ended up selling it, and I think they said about 49 of the locals got together and purchased it in 2016 and turned it into the little tourist attraction that it is today. You can do tours here. The only way you can actually get into the prison is with tours, but unfortunately you can't take dogs. There is a cafe, and you can sit in a little courtyard out there and have a coffee or something to eat, but interesting. Alright. Alright, so apparently you can actually go into the Rocky Mountain Tunnel. So we're going to go and see if we can get in, and also how far in we can go. Obviously, if it doesn't look safe, we won't go in. Aha, through there. There it is. Alright. So, I think almost looks like there's a little bit of track going down here. No, there's one on this side. Here we go. There it is.
Can we get there? Go through there?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah, give me the camera, I'll show you what it's like.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is the entrance here. So doesn't look like you can get very far. Oh well, so that looks like we're not going any further than this, unfortunately. Oh, well, I think that's it for this spot. You know what I could do with it right now?
Yeah?
Something like a vanilla slice from the bakery.
Oh, that's
I think
nice.
I think that sounds like a good idea to me.
I won't say no to that.
All right, let's make our way. Let's try and find the track and make our way back now. But you know, let's go up. Come on, let's go. Go get some vanilla slices. So there was no vanilla slices, so I got a Bavarian cream ring or donut. It's like a donut thing.
Oh, no, that's alright. Perfect.
Yep, it's full of custard.
Oh my gosh. And cream.
And it's custard. Oh, custard and cream. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna eat that.
I don't know.
Did you get serviettes?
Nope.
Okay.
Good?
Yep, very nice. Very nice.
It hits the spot. So no doggies allowed, so you have to wait out here.
Okay.
What's Gino doing here? Is he allowed in?
Yeah.
Oh, he's allowed in. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the owner has got her own dog.
Ah.
So you allowed in?
Yeah, yeah.
She goes, yeah, because I'm the owner.
The original gold vault from 1861. So that's a draft horse. He's taller than you. And they weighed 771 kilos.
I think the
Amethyst?
amethyst, they influence the body and soul.
There you go.
Look at all the rocks. Lucky gems.
These are lucky gems.
Whoa.
Alright, so that's pretty good. You are allowed to have dogs in the gold office. Just ask before you go in.
Yes, yes. And the owner of this gold office, she said to bring the dog in because she's got her own dog in there.
There you go. That is the gold office.
Sheila, this is your shop. This is your shop, isn't it? For doggies.
Alright, so we'll get him some little doggy biscuits. 5 for $2. There you go. Save those for later, eh? And now, 7 for later.
But when they stand up like that,
Yeah.
there you go.
Your boy, Chino.
Oh. Oh, look at this. You made a friend now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
See ya.
So this is the pipeline track which goes through the Beechworth Historic Park, and it starts at the bottom of the Beechworth Holiday Park, which is the caravan park we're staying in. So as you come through the historic park, you'll see there are all these little gold mines. Obviously it's locked. That's cool. And over this side, another mine shaft, which is closed. Quick, run, Chino! Run! Look what I found! It's a mine shaft. There's another one here, and it looks like it can go down this way. There's another mine shaft. There'll be the grate on it. But I think about another 10 minutes and we're going to turn around and head back.
Okay.
It's starting to get a bit dark now. We'll be getting back in the dark. Alright, Bernadette, I think this is our turnaround spot here. I think it's about 2.5 k's still to get to Kerford Lake.
Lake Kerford?
Lake Kerford, so I think this is our spot to turn around.
Yeah, I think we left it a bit too late, but look at the cows. Can you see
There's
them?
some cows in the paddock. Okay. Alright, I think it's time for us to turn around.
Oh, Chino.
Alright, so we have checked out of the caravan park, the holiday park, and we're on the side of the road here, and we're just going to go for a walk along the shops, but check how close that is.
Alright.
Looks like an old church. Oh yeah, and Methodist. Looks like it's become a second-hand bookstore. So I'm just going to go in and have a look.
Wardens Hotel?
Well, the Wardens Hotel.
Wardens Hotel.
Wardens Hotel, but it's completely empty and it's for sale. I think it was an Indian restaurant, but now it's for sale.
Ah,
I think it needs a bit of work on it, won't it?
what does this sign say?
Alright, so apparently after Ned Kelly was imprisoned at the age of 16 for receiving a stolen horse from a guy called Wild Wright, he tried to even his score, and they had a 20-round bare knuckle contest. Wild was an experienced fighter, but Ned Kelly actually ended up beating him at the age of 19 and became the unofficial boxing champion of the district.
So this is the old railway station of Beechworth. Actually, you know,
1876.
1876. I love these trees. But, and this is part of the rail trail, is that right?
Yep.
It's quite pretty.
Yeah. Alright, so the Beechworth train station was opened in 1876, and then in 1891 they actually extended it to Yakandanda, and there were daily passenger trips to Melbourne back and forth, and this was a central hub to get supplies in and out, and obviously the gold in that era. The last train left here in 1976. Alright, so I think I'm getting hungry. So let's go to the bakery and get some lunch and some takeaway for the trip home.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, grab it. Alright, so I'll have a mushroom and steak pie
Yes.
and a vanilla slice for the road.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright.
Wow, I'm afraid
Yeah.
but the mushroom pie has all sold
Sold out,
So I'll put you
okay.
in there, Kelly.
Okay. Alright.
And your vanilla slices.
Oh, cool.
And coffee.
Ah, and coffee. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that there, Kelly pie.
Let's see. It's probably going to be hot.
How is it?
Well worth the trip to come out and get one of these.
I think Shana wants one.
Looks very interesting. This is very nice. Especially on a cold day.
Yeah. Alright, so that's our little snapshot of Beechworth. There is heaps to see. There is heaps of dog-friendly places you can go to. Probably the only place we couldn't take Chino to was the old Beechworth Gaol. But pretty much any shops other than food premises, if you ask, they'll let your dog in. So it's pretty friendly. And then, of course, the Beechworth Bakery. I think we went there 3 times, I think. And we've even got some vanilla slices to take with us on the trip. Anyway, we're off to our next spot. If you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and join us for our next one as we explore Australia.